Welcome to another video. Walk on the wild side, and I am here in Blackpool. I am in the town centre on Abingdon Street. Just behind me, that massive building there is the central post office, the main post office here in Blackpool. Up until 2008, that is, when it closed down. That has been shut for 17 years. A building like that in the middle of Blackpool town centre, closed for 17 years. Can you believe it? That is absolutely unbelievable. How can you leave a building that grand in the middle of a town centre empty for so long? It's unbelievable, isn't it? Anyway, in this video, we're just going to take a little bit of a mooch around the town centre. It's the middle of the week. Well, it's not the weekend anyway, and we'll see what's going on. There's some new stuff around here. We'll have a look around the back here. We'll have a look around the back of the post office, and we've even got a new Turkish Barbers. Like, we need more Turkish Barbers, don't we? Anyway, we'll go and check it out. Just look at this building here. Used to be the main post office in Blackpool with those iconic 8 red phone boxes down here. It says for sale up in the window up there, but as we look over here we can see it's been sold, and they keep going on about it every so often, you know. Oh, we're going to do this, we're going to turn it into a boutique hotel, we're going to do this, we're going to do that, and nothing ever seems to happen, you know. But just look at that doorway there. That's how they used to build things in the olden days. And these telephone boxes, well, one of these telephone boxes is up for adoption. Or are they all up for adoption? I'm not sure. This one, I know this one had a sign in it. I can't see the sign now. The only thing is about these telephone boxes is they tend to be sort of lived in. So I'm not too sure whether there might be someone in that one over there. So I won't go near that one. But these ones are looking pretty good over here. They've all been painted up and everything. We've got another entrance over here. Who remembers when this post office was going and they had all the counters inside and the bigger grand arch windows as well. And we've even got like the old boxes over here with the, you know, where you put your deliveries, and we've even got a safe as well. There was a safe. Safe must have been there, mustn't it? Yeah. Anyway, I've got a bit of a story to tell you about me and this post office, which goes back to around about 1990. You will not believe what happened to me right here all that time ago. I'm going to do a video about it. I'll do a special video about it, but you will not believe what happened to me. But anyway, I'll come back to that another time. I'll try and do the video very soon. You will not believe it, honestly. But yeah, this is Abingdon Street. Looking up there towards the Winter Garden. Winter Gardens is all shut up. It's all in darkness, look. Not lit up. Dome's not lit up. Maybe it's a bit too early for the dome to be lit up. So yeah, it's looking pretty quiet. Just over here we've got a little coffee shop there. We've got Cafe 25 here, and check this out. It's our latest Turkish Barbers. Just what Blackpool needs. Come on. If you were to ask the people of Blackpool, what do we need? What do we need? Well, we haven't got enough Turkish Barbers. Who remembers when this, it's not that long ago, it used to be the bread basket. You know, the bakery? In fact, this used to be Colin Seaside. You know, the old guy that used to go around doing videos. This was his favourite place. He used to come in and see the guy all the time. But it's now, I'm not sure if it's quite fitted out yet, but they haven't got any seats in here yet. But as you can see, they've got the lights. They've got some of the furniture in, the mirrors. It's now a Turkish Barbers. Right here on the corner of Clifton Street. And Clifton Street, of course, if you go down here, it takes you down to the North Pier. Look at that sky. That sky's amazing. Yeah, it's been quite a nice day today. But it's looking pretty quiet down here. You know, we've got restaurants, we've got that one there. Oh, that's a bar, isn't it? Sacco Cocktail Club. We've got the Mandarin. It doesn't look like anywhere's open, not on this side anyway. The Mandarin's not open. These are all quite fancy restaurants as well. So there's nothing open on this side. Although if we do look at the other side, we can see we've got Hogarth's over there. That's where Yates's Wine Lodge used to be on the end, the Premier Inn. We've got some places open over here, East 4 West. But anyway, I'm going the wrong way. I'm supposed to be going up this way and going around the back of the... So we'll head round there, shall we? And there's some stuff, some new stuff to show you up there, so we'll go and have a look. Well, I'll tell you what, there's plenty of buses in Blackpool. You're not short on buses. I'm just going to head away from the post office. I'm not too sure whether there's someone in that phone box there. Seems to be. I won't go looking. But anyway, I'll head up here. And I want to go down the alley up here. And by the way, we've got another Turkish Barbers just up here on the right hand side, so yeah, I think it's just up here. Turkish Barbers just there. So, you know, it's only what, a minute's walking distance away from this one here, look. But another bus. That's the number 3 for Cleveland's. Anyone fancy a trip to Cleveland? I want to go up here, Deansgate. Just on the corner here, we've got the Abingdon Barbecue. It's awesome, this place. Abingdon Barbecue, yeah. Really, really good place for meat, pies, all sorts of stuff. Taipan. Well, that was open when I went past before. They must have just shut up. I remember when that was a camera shop. It was one of Blackpool's many camera shops. I can't remember the name. It wasn't a dedicated camera shop, but it had cameras in it, second hand. This is Deansgate Chambers, it says up there. Sun Chambers, an old tiled building. Here we've got Derbyshire's appliances. They've been here a long time. So there's a bit of work going on up here actually. I just wanted to show you. They're digging the, look at that, new, fairly new pavement, and they're digging it up already. Look at that, typical, isn't it? Oh, look at that, there's a cat over there. Psst, psst, psst. A cat in Blackpool town centre. I can smell cannabis. I just got a massive whiff of cannabis then. Anyway, we're just round the back of the, this is actually the sorting office. This building here, the old sorting office. There's a guy up there that was giving me a right funny look there then, when I said I could smell cannabis. There's a hooded figure up here who turned around. But look at that there, I've never seen that before. There's a wooden planter. I don't know if it's new. I'm just keeping an eye on that guy there. Yeah, this wooden planter here, look at the size of it. That's more like it, isn't it, Blackpool? Yeah, it's got plants in it as well. It's got an Ely Agnes, look. That's an Ely Agnes. But anyway, look, there's a shop up, that's a Washington, by the way, on top in the street, that building there in the corner. And there's a building here, it used to be called Black's, and it was an alteration shop, and as you can see, they're doing something to it. They've got it all boarded off. I mean, that shop wasn't open till, it was open not that long ago, but it looks like they're doing something with it, so we've not had to wait too long for them to. Now there's an alley around the back which the gate's open. You see, we've got a gate open here. A lot of alleyways in Blackpool, most of the alleyways are all gated off at either end to stop people dumping stuff, so it's quite rare to get to go down some of these alleys, but we'll just have a little look, but I'm not going to go down there because I want to go, I want to head on to Edward Street, where we were just before, around the back of the post office. So this is a little look at Deansgate. That building up there is called Prudential House, and that's built on the site of an old social club, Talbot, is it a Talbot Hotel? The Talbot Hotel, there used to be bowling greens there back in the olden days, but I'm going back way back. Way back. So anyway, just on the corner, look at that sky. I can't get over that sky, it's amazing, isn't it? Telephone exchange, of course. I like the way some of the lights have got the colours. What do you think? Look quite nice then, don't they? So yeah, we're now round the back, and this building here is the old sorting office. This actually didn't close until 2014, so it's only been closed for about 11 years. And the Royal Mail, they moved up to Bispham. They moved up to Bispham, yeah. But until they moved up to Bispham, this is where you used to come and pick your parcels up if you weren't in. Yeah, you'd go in there, and there was a little office in there where you pick your parcels up. There's actually a really big courtyard in there, you know. Yeah. In fact, if you look down here, there's like a staircase, or like a steps that lead down. Look at that there, look. Look at all them, look at that rubbish. Cans of beer and everything. I wonder what that leads to over there. I wonder if there's like a doorway over there. Can you see? Amazing. I wonder what's down there. And you can see the windows have all been boarded up, of course, but look at that there, there's smashed glass underneath every one of them boards. So I wonder if they're all sort of smashed up before they even put the boards on. What do you reckon? But yeah, they are trying to do something with Edward Street, and if you look at this side, it actually looks really swanky. What do you think? We've got some very professional businesses along here. We've got solicitors, architects, that sort of thing on this side. And I think the long-term strategy is to get obviously get this all, you know, renovated and turned into whatever, hotel, whatever, and it'll all look really nice. I have mentioned before, the ironwork along here is unbelievable. Just look at that there. Imagine the weight in all of this ironwork here. They don't build them like they used to, do they? Anyway, we're just coming up to Cedar Square. This is the back of the Abingdon Street market, although it's not much of a market these days, is it? It's more of a sort of food hall with a bit of a sort of, you know, I don't know, like a little, it's not what I call a market, but the food hall seems to do pretty well actually. There's a few people in there now. This building on the corner, I can't remember what it used to be, but it was supposed to be turning into a pub called the Charleston, and that was a few years ago when it was all renovated. They spent must have spent a bit of money on it, but it never opened. And there's a sign on the window there that says coming soon, and yet another building, big building in the middle of Blackpool, which was, if I remember rightly, it was all sort of refurbished a few years ago, but it just never opened. And just look at it, it's amazing, isn't it? I mean, the tiles, the windows with the metal frames, it's the entrance. I mean, look at the entrance here, look at that. That's amazing. So just up that way is Topping Street, and we've got Churchill's there, the pub. Was that the one that used to be called the Criterion, or was it that one on this side? I can't remember, in the olden days. We've even got a few trees around here, you know. They've planted a few trees along Edward Street where we've just been, and we've got these ones here in Cedar Square. So it's quite a nice place to go to one of these cafes here and sit outside. It's really good. on a nice day. Yeah, a lot of people sat out here on a nice day. We even got a little Trevi fountain outside the pizzeria. So Cedar Square merges with St John's Square, and oh, look at that. Oh, look at the site of Blackpool Tower. Just look at that. Wow, that looks amazing in the twilight, doesn't it? Yeah, so this is St John's Square. I do like that artwork there. That's been there quite a while when they pedestrianised it all. And we've got these planters, very specifically placed along here, along the side of the road, all the way down there. And we've got a few picnic tables. St John's Church, which I feature quite a lot on the video. It's probably one of the most prominent buildings in the town centre. You know, you can see the spire for miles around, but I've only ever been in it once, and I was underwhelmed. I was really underwhelmed when I went inside. Yeah, I was not impressed at all. Yeah, so I feature St John's Church quite a lot. In fact, all the way around here, they used to have gardens around here in the old days. They used to have lawns with flower beds and everything. They even had like a tram, like a sort of a mock-up of a tram with flowers on it. And you can actually see that at Tramtown. If you go to Tramtown, you can actually see the framework for the tram that used to be here in the gardens. But then Blackpool Council decided to pave it all over, as you can see now. But yeah, St John's Church, I feature it a lot, yet I haven't been in it on the channel. And when I did go in it a few years ago, I wasn't really impressed. I was hoping to be blown away when I went inside, and I wasn't. But anyway, these days it's called the Blackpool Church. I wonder how long it took them to think up that name. Blackpool Church. Interesting. They must have been racking their brains to come up with that. I don't think I've ever shown the blue plaque. There it is, the blue plaque there. The first church of St John. 1821 was when the first building was here. This one. So looking at around 1878, yeah, something like that. This building now. I remember when that used to be a Yorkshire Bank. It wasn't that long ago. So just down here we've got the Street Life project, which is homeless project just in there. I think I went in there, and there's like loads of offices and it leads through to the church. And when I went into the church, I was just expecting something a bit better, but I was a little underwhelmed. It just seemed a bit weird though, being in Blackpool town centre and looking at the winter gardens, and it's all in darkness. Look at that there, look. Nothing going on at the winter gardens tonight. So that's the Vintro Lounge over there. That's right fancy. I've been in there. West Coast Rock Cafe, I've been in there as well. Now there is something else I want to show you as we come back. We've done a circle. We're back onto Abingdon Street again. It's the post office there on the right. Now, I believe that this is going to become the new sort of venue for the punks. It already is, but the thing is, as we go down this way, you'll notice, we'll have a look. The Rose and Crown pub, which is where all the punks went, has been sold off. The owners have sold it. So it looks to me like they're going to be moving to where they all meet up. And well, I know they all meet up here already, but they've actually lost one of the meeting venues just down here, the Rose and Crown. We'll go and check it out. Yeah, let me know what you think of this here. This is called Brilliance. It's on Burley Street, and some people say it was a waste of money. there's like a light show with projections, and it plays music. It's not doing anything at the moment, but a lot of people say it was a waste of money. God knows how much it cost. It must have cost millions. But it was supposed to sort of, you know, like be like a feature of, I'll tell you what, these food delivery riders, they get all over the place, don't they? Absolutely amazing. You've got to watch where you've got to be very wary of those, haven't you? Because you can come up on you without you knowing about it. But anyway, yeah, it was supposed to create a cafe culture down here. You know, coffee shops. We've got the Compass over there. We've got some other places. We've got the Peppermill Cafe here, JK's, which I went in with the Mapmaster. So there's a few places along here, but it didn't quite take off. Maybe it's still work in progress, but we're just coming up on what was the Rose and Crown. It's all decked in scaffolding. So someone's taken it over and they're turning it into something else. I can't get over how good the tower looks. But anyway, this is the Rose and Crown. And this was absolutely stuffed with punks this year. They'd all meet up in here. It was one of the host venues, but it's been turned into something else. Look at that. So I'm now on Corporation Street and we're looking towards the lone tree of Corporation Street. A rare tree in a Blackpool town centre. Just down there we've got the Grand Theatre, that's closed as well. Yeah, it's looking pretty quiet in Blackpool tonight. As another delivery driver rides past, and there's the Rose and Crown there. What are they going to turn it into? Well, we'll have to wait and see, won't we? Will the punk still go? Or will it be too fancy? So there you go, we're going to leave it there now. Just a little bit of a walk around town. We went around the old post office, and like I said, I've got a bit of a story to tell you about that. Just wait until you hear what I've got to tell you about that. It happened a long time ago though, but I'll bring you that in another video. But anyway, that's it for this video. I hope you like it. If you do, hit the like button and also hit subscribe and tick the bell for notifications of new videos, and I'll see you again on the next one.